Hello, everybody. Recording live from somewhere. Well, I have a dream. My poor little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin. I have a dream. I will love it. We make them. Love it. Love it. Love it. We'll fight in France. We'll fight on the beaches. We shall never surrender. We'll never surrender.
I saw the look in his eyes. This guy's crazy. I have a microphone.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
Ladies and gentlemen, put our hands together for
Damn. Hi. Damn. Hi.
Are we recording now?
Yeah.
We better be. After last week, stitch me up. You told me you was going to take that out. Cheeky monkey.
I was seeing how far you was going to go without saying anything. Just being like, I wonder if he's going to slip, but I'll edit that out.
No, man. Right, bruv, I'm calling you out to start with. Do you know how to spell the word peach?
Yes, Peach.
Barely. Do you know how to spell the word speech?
Just put an S in front of it, didn't you?
Probably explains why the fuck our YouTube title says speech spelled S-P-E-A-C-H, bruv. What's wrong with you?
Seriously, right? I've spelt that right everywhere else. You have to put it in descriptions of videos on Facebook and wherever else you're putting it, yeah? I've spelt it right everywhere else where it can be edited, apart from the one pissing place that it can't be edited, which is the background of the video. So
Literally unbelievable.
Well, the irony of that, it's freedom of speech. I have every right to spell it wrong. So for any of y'all haters out there, we had some comments on YouTube, right? I know who you are.
It is your freedom of speech.
I'm allowed.
Are you allowed to text it?
I'm allowed to. You understood what it meant. What's your problem?
Barely. Awful. But apart from spelling shit wrong, how you been, bruv? What's been cracking?
I've been
How
reading
you?
the dictionary quite a bit. No, it's been a good week. I don't think anything extraordinary has happened. It's just probably the same as anyone. The sun's coming out and you've got talk of being allowed to do stuff again. Gyms are opening, pubs are opening. I can get back to football. I do a kids' football team. Just getting used to doing normal life again. I think everyone's getting excited for it.
Mate, I am buzzing. And I know a lot of people throw that term around, buzzing. I'm genuinely buzzing. I've got like a warm, fuzzy glow in me, man. The sun's out. The sun's
You're a
out.
fucking Care Bear.
No, the sun's out, right? I'll tell you why. I had to go back into the office today. First time in like 3 months.
How's Ricky Gervais doing?
He's all right, he got rich. He got really rich.
He left.
Richie rich. But no, I had to go back in the office today, and it was nice. I got to look at 4 different walls that I normally look at, but I got to interact with people. Got to, it's different. I feel good, man. I feel lifted spiritually. I feel nice. I feel bouncy. Sun does help, keeps you buzzing.
Yeah.
Having a little walk, listening to an old school Gangstar playlist. It was brilliant, man. I've had a really good day. Obviously, I came home and literally we just bounced straight into this. So yeah, I've had a great day. I'm feeling good. And it represents my week, man. I'm on the up. Lockdown's coming to an end.
Yeah, but well, talking of that, this week has been officially 1 year of lockdown. It's just gone over a year of lockdown.
Yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? Yeah, about this time.
Well, yeah, it's been officially. Boris did a speech, as he does
You did
every
what?
time.
A peach.
Fuck, I'm never going to live this down.
Boris did a peach.
Boris did a speech with an S in front of it. Basically, he talked, right? He did what we call spoken word and said a lot of deep and meaningful nonsense, if I'm honest. I mean, some of the quotes this guy come out with are ridiculous. Like, for example, he's saying that we had courage, discipline, and patience of the nation. Thinking he's Winston Churchill, like making iconic 1 year speeches.
Yeah, I reckon they've done all right. I mean, you've said, I don't know what episode it was, you thought, in your opinion, you thought they've done all right. I'm sure there's people that have got political allegiances, that'll have a certain view, but measure us against Europe at the minute. I think we're looking in a much better shape. And up front, below the surface, not too sure, but up front, reaction to COVID, mate, we've bossed this.
I think, I do agree, and as we've said before, I do agree. I think we've done quite well. He has turned round and said, like, there's things he could have done better, and I thought, you didn't need to say that, man. What are you doing?
Hindsight. Maybe he's saying it before people call him out on it.
Well, I said it before, and he's probably listened to the show and been like, "Oh, yeah, they've got me there." Hi, Mike and Hi, Joe have proper called me out, so
Must
I
be
need to address
Sanjay
it.
passing it on to all our friends.
Well, yeah, it's our contacts, it's the network we've got. But yeah, he's turned around and said about hindsight. I said before that you look back at anything and you could have said, "I've done it better." If you build your own shed, as has been a running fucking joke going throughout our episodes, right? But you'll finish it. And you
Joke
think you've
is,
done it
all my
right.
tools are still getting wet because you still ain't fucking finished it.
He's just got
That's not a
tarpaulin.
fucking joke.
Can't put
I'm billing you for the rust, bruv.
Can't put tarpaulin over grass and say it's the start of a building of a shed. There's no foundation, mate. Anyway, look, I've said before that you look back on anything, for example, building a shed, you could pull it off perfectly and you still look back and gone, I wish I added that in. Hindsight's a bitch. No matter what it is, I think they did well at the time. But Boris, you ain't got to come back and admit to that, bruv. Like, that's basically showing your poker face right there. It's like, oh, I am bluffing. Oh, sorry, lads. Put your shades on.
No, I'm backing Boris on this, man. I don't often get massively behind a politician or anything like that, but as we know, dude got banged into it early doors, got thrown an awful catastrophe to deal with, and I'm measuring him against the rest of Europe. Look at the mess they've made. Relatively speaking, I reckon the geezer's done all right.
Do you reckon Theresa May got a letter from China? Like, we fucked up, there's some huge virus that's about to blow up across the world, and she's like, so thinking of it, I'm resigning because of Brexit. I'm sure anyone knows about it. And she sees Boris getting a seat. She's like,
Oh man, could you imagine if she was in charge in all this?
oh, God.
We would be zombies. It would have turned into a zombie apocalypse.
She dances like a fucking zombie. Whenever I think of Theresa
She looks
May,
like a fucking zombie.
she does, bruv. Whenever I think of her going to that African village and dancing the robot in such a honky white Peter Crouch kind of way.
All they say is there going to be a hit on kids. Like, what are you going to tell your kids in 20 years about COVID? Are they even going to know?
So you've got a little one now. So say, 18 years down the line.
When I'm talking to her for a Perspex box. Because the entire population is not allowed out of a fucking David Blaine stunt double.
Let's assume that it goes back to normal, right? You're down the pub. It's like a little family party. There you go. It's family party. Set the scene.
Happy days.
And talking about, Dad, what was it like when you had lockdown through that whole COVID stuff? How are you going to describe it? You've got like 2 minutes, the music's loud. How are you going to describe it?
Well, son. Dave.
Oh, she's changed sex.
Dave.
Okay.
When you weren't busy putting forks in plug sockets. the rest of us were waking up, putting red one on our fucking cornflakes.
After smacking the shit out of you for putting
smacking
forks
our
in.
kids around the head, wearing our dressing gowns and not really giving too much of a hoot.
No, come on, seriously. How are you going to describe it? Like, she's looking up at you all like wide-eyed and just like, tell me, Daddy, what was it like?
Fucking brilliant.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not the most sociable person in the world. Don't have the greatest teeth in the world. I also, sometimes when I'm in a nervous situation, I get a little bit of a sweaty hand. So for me, it's been great. I get to stay in, I get to cover my mouth up, and I'm not allowed to touch anyone. Fucking A, bruv.
It's been better for everyone else by the sounds of it. You sweaty hand motherfucker.
Probably.
We said about that before, though. Do you go and shake people's hands? Like, is the new norm to not shake hands now? Just avoid that altogether. With me, if I go back and my kids, not that I have any yet, they're of an age where you're down the pub having a drink, I'd probably turn around and be like, we basically couldn't do shit, but in between got allowed out to do shit and then weren't allowed to do shit again.
It's weird.
And in between, I went to Amsterdam.
We ain't going to know what the cost.
That's a
what the
story.
toll's going to be.
That's a story.
Yeah.
In between lockdown, I went to Amsterdam. First time ever.
Sick.
Yeah, it was. It was incredible. I was speaking to waiters out there. They were saying about how crazy it was that they'd usually be packed. And I'm sitting there and there's like one other couple at a table.
Lucky.
Mental. Absolutely mental. It was brilliant, though. I think to experience a city break where there's no one else around is pretty mental. Because you fully get to see everything. You haven't got to queue up to go and do stuff. There's no one in the way of your pictures as you're trying to take pictures of monuments and stuff. It's a pretty good way to experience. You'd get a $5,000 fine nowadays, wouldn't you? That come out this week.
What for?
For going on holiday. They fine you $5,000. That's a new law.
What, to where?
If you just go on holiday and return back to the UK...
What if I go on holiday and don't come back?
That's technically moving, isn't it? As
Am I all right?
long as you don't forget anything. Do you know what I mean?
What about if I want to come back for a weekend? Pay 250 quid? Is that, could I pay in instalments? £2.50 a week?
That's fucking mental, though. When has there ever been a law to say you're not allowed to leave the country? All of you.
Don't know.
A law, and you get fined
Mad
£5
times,
grand.
mate. Mad times. Mad times.
But they're saying that, oh yeah, we're out of lockdown soon. Well, hold on a minute. That's a bit ropey.
I've seen some good stuff this week.
Okay, go on. What's going on, Joe? Tell me what's going on.
Turns out Bowie was right. There is life on Mars. Perseverance.
Back to space again.
Space stuff, man. You know I'm always going to get back to it at some point.
Did you go to Lewisham last week and visit this guy and like have a go on the Xbox controller?
Me and Sanj, we've got no time to hang. But they found noise on Mars. There's a noise going on up there, right? So this thing that's landed up there, old Perseverance or Percy the Pig or whatever he called it, landed on there. Sanjeev's taking a little bit of a rest. He's not controlling stuff anymore. They've hooked it up. It's landed now. There's 2 microphones in effect. Now, what they do before they send it up there, they know what noise the mechanics of it are going to make. They know what noise potentially the atmosphere is going to make. So they build it into some kind of noise-cancelling situation so it's not so prominent when it comes back on the feeds.
Right.
They've heard a sound they can't explain. Yeah, fucking right. I hope it is.
What was it actually that? Yeah,
They don't know. They don't know because, as I say, at this point, it's only the microphones that pick this up. The camera's only in operation. That part ain't part of that. But that's mad, guys. Talk about aliens. They're up there. They're up there somewhere. We just got to find them.
That's some Twilight
Zone anywhere.
Shit right there.
Could be anywhere. Could be absolutely anywhere. Could be Mars, Pluto.
So, knowing how much you love space, I have found a little something that's happened in the news to do with space.
Oh,
this will tickle him.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, I do think of the podcast, you can fuck off, but I thought this will make him smile at least, right? Scientists in Arizona, in like one of the highest universities, I can't remember the name of it, but they've made a suggestion, and it's
researched already.
Oh yeah, I know all the facts. But they've made a suggestion to like the official board of NASA. It's about lunar repository, okay?
Lunar suppositories?
Yeah, so they slip it up the arse on the moon.
The Chinese again?
Kind of is. They've found caves, natural underground caverns,
on the moon.
Precise, on the moon.
Sweet.
Because it's so cold, what you could do is store the frozen samples of like all the species on Earth. Not only humans and animals, plants, bacteria, everything.
Archive.
Yeah, Noah's Archive. On the moon. That's mental because I think if something went extinct, like the white tiger, for example, oh yeah, go and get its DNA. Just pop up to the moon for the weekend for us.
Like an insurance policy.
It's like a vault of every species of DNA.
That's nice. I like that.
Well, the reason they're saying it, in case it's a global catastrophe. So say asteroid even. Neil Armstrong's coming down with a vengeance. Like, yeah! Say an asteroid's about to hit. And you'd know about it minimum couple of days in advance, right? All the backups on the moon. We're just like, right, we've got all the...
Yeah, shoot off.
We've got the saved data file to restart the moon.
Go.
I guess you then make plans from there. You'd need a space station up
there. I did see something this week, actually. If the sun exploded, it'd take 8 minutes and 20 seconds before we knew about it.
Until we're fried to fucking pieces.
Yeah, if a star exploded, you could get an early detection system in place, have a spaceship potentially waiting with those DNA samples.
What the fuck are you going to do in 8 minutes?
Oh, it'd be like Turbo, mate, geez.
Sun's
coming in from the right, I'm off to the left, see you later.
No, it's a 24-hour shift of astronauts sitting in a fucking spaceship waiting. Like, if they get the signal, they've got to go. You've got 8 minutes to get the fuck out of here.
Mate, would be effed without the sun. The natural state of this planet is eternal darkness. We only ever get it illuminated because there's a burning ball next to our planet. That's the only
same
reason
as any solar system, isn't it? Every star is a sun, and theoretically, there's planets around it.
Basically, if we're about to face a massive disaster, just get all our DNA up to the moon.
Yeah. Yeah. People save their data to a cloud. You get notifications on your phone all the time. Screw that. We're doing it to the moon nowadays.
OneDrive to the moon.
Yeah. That's what they should call the first spaceship. OneDrive.
Copyright.com.
Right, screw the serious stuff, right? I've got something that will make you giggle.
Go on.
As I said before, get your 10 ladies out, right? There's
Yeah, get a bit about German sausages again. Does it?
no,
Right,
nothing
Jesus.
to do with sausage. This is a vegan-friendly news article, right? There's a Madame Two Swords, basically, an equivalent of that in Texas. Yeah, Waxworks Museum.
Oh, in Texas, it's a bit hot, isn't it? Texas.
Yeah, they don't last long. Couple of years, they look like they've had a stroke. But they've got a model there, a waxwork of Trump, and they've had to move it because it kept, and I quote, repeatedly getting punched in the face.
Brilliant. I don't mind the geezer, but brilliant.
Who is that angry at someone that you see a picture of them and go, oh, I'm just punching?
Oh man, do you know we started doing this too late. Imagine if he was still a president as he was doing. We wouldn't have to think about anything. All we'd have to do is look up Trump 5 minutes before coming on to air, and we'd have 10 hours worth of content.
You ain't even got to Google it. Just go on Twitter. He used to release everything.
Well, people have said before, he's almost so funny, he's almost beyond parody.
It's like you think of all the late shows in America they did. He writes your material for you, man. You haven't got to bother looking up what's been happening. You'd be like, oh, what's Trump said about this? What's Trump said about that? And that's how you learn what's happened.
It's almost like a perfect synergy with Boris. Again, I quite like Boris, but when you look at them as like figures of fun, like people ridicule them, don't they? And they both got shit here,
They're like bumbling fools.
but they're both full of shit.
They could be cousins across the pond. They're both
like 'em.
bumbling
I like 'em.
fools.
They're all right.
I suppose. Boris isn't as racist as
I
Trump, let's be
don't know
honest.
much about this new geezer, Biden, Biden, Joe.
I see
One's
thing.
a rapper, one's a politician.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's
Pump it up.
Unless the geezer who pumps it up is running the country, I'm probably going with a white guy.
A real quick one. I did see he's campaigning to ban assault rifles in America. There was a
Is he?
yeah. There was a
They love
shoot
that
up.
shit, don't they?
There was a shoot up in Colorado. 10 people died.
Well, another school, was it?
No, I don't think it was. But basically, it was with an assault rifle, and he's now calling for him to be banned. Which, without going too deep into, if it's for protection, you don't need to be able to take out an army. Do you know what I mean? A pistol, even a quick release pistol.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of levels on that one. With him, Biden as well, I saw one. I only saw this today, so again, please bear with. It's something like
So many facts coming your way right now.
Anyone that works with administration is asking them to take voluntary redundancy or voluntary whatever, like leave of position, if they admit to have smoking marijuana in their past history. What someone's pointed out is that his signature is on the bottom of a bill that passes a law that's pro-cannabis. And it's like, he's like, I know you're old. I know you're 78, and you're probably like, you call your wife and call her your sons, your daughters, your dogs, and your cat's name first. But you've got to be remembering what bills you're signing. That's your job, mate. That's what you get paid for.
He's probably so busy and so senile that he's like, PA walks up to him, sir, sign here, please. Done. You don't know what he's signing.
Penises are getting smaller. Calling to the nerds.
What do you mean? I thought it'd just been a cold year, if I was honest.
No, take the measurement 3 times in a day.
Like your height. Stand to attention.
Get the average. Hey, take all 3 of mine in the morning.
So no, but seriously, like, what, last couple of years, what?
No, it's 73 to 2011, so it's over a period of time.
Oh, fucking, okay, yeah.
A lot of plastics have come in and all that horribleness.
I suppose they didn't have Red Bull back in the 1970s, did they? That stuff will mess you up in so many different ways.
And they're supposed to be made with like ball's penis. No, balls.
Taurine.
Balls.
Taurine.
Ball sperm.
Basically, balls testosterone.
Is that what's in Red Bull?
Yeah, balls testosterone. Yeah,
awful shit.
Balls.
Awful.
Talking of balls, why is your dick getting smaller?
I've been eating too many plastic burgers, bro.
That's my rustlers.
That's my excuse anyway. That's what I'm sticking to.
That's the Daily Mail headline for you there. Rustlers will shrink your penis. Don't stand next to the microwave either.
No, or the TV.
But why? You can't just make that as a fact.
Oh no, it hits on a more like medical level. It hits women in the fertility levels. It hits men in the sperm count levels. And when you're 20 years old, basically got the same fertility level as a 35-year-old in 1973. So unlucky. Did you do the census this week? What age group was you in the census?
My age. You put
what age group? You get groups, didn't you?
No, you put your age in. You put your date of birth in.
I get groups. I got my text through for my COVID injection yesterday.
Is that because you fit the over 65s?
No, it's because it's old.
They said like 80% of them have been done.
It will annoy me if you don't get your text in the next 2 weeks. If it's like fucking 2 months before you get your text, I'm gonna be pissed.
They ain't got my number, mate. I stay off the radar.
Yeah, that's how old I am, mate. I've just had a text for a COVID injection.
That's hilarious.
Because all of you Southern Sallies that are going into these supermarkets buying your plastic cheese, little one wrap thing, or buying bottled water, what's all that about, man? It comes out of a tap. Where's all this plastic coming from? Down to you. End of the day, my dick's getting smaller because you're drinking bottled water. Prick.
That should be their slogan. My dick's getting smaller because you're drinking bottled water.
Dickheads. Just drink out of can, like the rest of us.
Right, get your wet wipes out. There's about to be a mass debate.
Oh,
On to debate point.
this ain't on the schedule.
I'm using something from one of our listeners, right? They mentioned it, I think on the first episode or the second episode. I quite like it. I've had time to think about it, and I can go in so many different ways. I'm throwing it out there. Hi, Joe. Name your dream band.
We spoke about this, didn't we? Put a couple of rules in place. Got to have some rules.
I've done the rules.
Go on, then. What we got? What's the rules?
The rules are you get 4 members,
Right.
a singer,
Obs.
2 guitarists,
Mm-hmm.
and a drummer.
All right.
Now, the guitarist, use what you want. You can
Yeah.
have
Can I have
one
a couple-
bass player, 1 lead.
Yeah,
You can have
2 bassists, if I want.
You can have 2 acoustics. Go Mumford and Sons on that shit if you want.
So, are we judging the outcome of the quality of song they would produce, or just because they'd just be sick? Like, in a photo shoot, or going on tour with it, it'd be a laugh.
Well, I'm guessing, same as like football, if you made your dream team, it's not really about how much they'd win by or what they'd do together. It's just the dream of having those players on the same pitch. So that's what I'm going to throw in on this one.
Right.
It's the dream of they're playing at a concert and it's just looking up at those people together playing a song.
At the end of it, can we chuck a feature artist for a one-off?
Okay.
Pick a mad band and then just
So,
chuck
yeah.
like Timmy Mallet in.
Pick a band that's got to go touring and release an album, but they do this one and they release the single where it's got a feature in it as well. So you can have whoever you want as your feature. They could be the world's best triangle player, right? And they just get the ding every now and then,
Oh, yeah.
right? But you can. There you go. There's your feature.
Blast me off, son.
So there's your rules.
Blast
right?
me off.
Just to recap, you get a singer, 2 guitarists, a drummer, and you get 1 feature for 1 track.
Sweet, man. Your debate point. This is your baby tonight. What are you saying? You start it off. What position you picking first?
Okay, sorry, just clarifying, dead or alive as well.
Anyone, man.
Yeah, I'm just
Anyone you
saying,
like.
dead or alive.
Anyone. You can even nominate me. I'm not sure for what, but I'll be the Bez on the side going in
be the water boy.
with the tambourine.
I'll let you be the water boy. You bring some some high quality H2O.
Yeah, I'll be a roadie. I'm weak.
Right, drummer.
Oh, left field choice to start. I thought he was going to go lead singer. All right, drummer.
I'm going drummer.
How many drummers can you name?
Not as many as you think. You know what bands they play in.
Who do you want, bruv? Sure shout. What do you want?
I'm going Blink-182, Travis Barker.
He's all right, actually. New school, your generation, millennials.
Well, yeah,
Decent, though. Technician, decent.
late 90s, early 2000s. Purely because when I think of some of the tracks, some of the technical ability of being able to play those drums at that pace and yeah.
To be a drummer and for your name to be known is a feat in itself. If you're a feature artist in a band and you're the drummer, you're hitting them skins good, man. You're drawing attention to yourself. There's not many drummers that people can remember and know, which is why it's not the easiest list to write.
I couldn't name anyone else in that band. Travis Barker, I could all day long.
Oh, I weren't overly into him.
But then,
I'm sure the
think
lead
of
singers.
famous ones. You haven't got many options that I know their name in all my defence. Ringo, I mean,
He was.
he was a drummer.
It was a drummer. It was very
did his job.
basic drumming back
Yeah.
in 2/4 beat, like basic. We could probably do it.
I tell you, Dave Grohl's pretty.
Oh, there you go. Man,
But
grows
only
up,
because I
grows up.
see this video, we shared it on our social of
Little girl.
this 11-year-old, yeah,
Amazing.
and she was mental. But she challenged Dave Grohl, and he responded and played. He said, "I haven't played this song since I wrote it, like 14 years ago or something." And he just started rocking out, and impressive.
I'm gonna just help you to help me, just to save unnecessary debate about Dave Grohl. He's my drummer. He's going in as my drummer. He is insanely skilled. The skill level shouldn't really come into when it comes to a drummer. If you're a professional drummer, you've got decent level. And to our naked ear holes, we can't really tell the difference in technique. We
You
don't
can
really
see it.
know.
You can kind of. It's like, say, like boxing, for example. When someone's throwing quicker punches, you can notice that, or quicker combos. You can just see how quick they're hitting that drum. Like,
I say that you see it in jazz drumming. You get like overhand drumming.
Yeah.
And it's different. They're like jazz drumming with brushes and things like that.
It's like playing the
such
spoons.
an art. It's an art form.
Yeah.
But Grohl's going in not just based on his technical skill. He is known, and it is a bit of a cliche. A lot of people do get this thrown around. The nicest man. He is hands down, from the evidence that I've seen presented everywhere I've ever seen, the nicest man in rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Does the thing with the kids. But he's just incredible. He interviews so well. He's so humble. We know where he come from, Nirvana. He came from just being a geeky nerd boy drummer to fronting one of the greatest modern rock bands of all time.
Red Hot, yeah.
Like, great. I love the guy. So he's my drummer. I don't feel I need to debate my drummer any more than Dave Grohl.
Yeah, he might make it for me purely because he could probably jump on guitars for me.
If you had a second,
He'd
then,
definitely be a backup singer as
who
well.
would be your second? There's a geezer in Slipknot. He's pretty good. You got
Yeah,
Metallica, heavy, pretty good. Roger Taylor, to a degree, was very good.
I think that
He's
kind
got a lot
of
of underrated solo
musical genre.
runs. Yeah.
You get to show it off a lot more in, say, rock genre. I wouldn't describe it as rock, but
I'm sure we're probably missing a couple of names.
who's Queen's drummer?
Roger Taylor. Decent drummer, but I don't think it was like groundbreaking.
More of a Ringo kind of job, isn't it? Did his job.
There, without doubt, there's going to be people listening that are screaming out, "What about this world famous, groundbreaking
That we've
drummer?"
missed.
But yeah, I just can't think of anyone else. Anyone else
Okay.
I'd rather. All right, drummers. So Grohl's in at drummer.
I
Can I have Grohl at
That's what I'm saying. Second
drummer,
guitar.
both guitarist and vocalist?
Can I have him with a harmonica in his mouth, cymbal between his knees,
And my guest artist?
can he just be a one-man band? I'm
I'm sure that's one of their videos. He's superimposed as being every band member. I'm sure it is. One of the early ones.
Easily could.
Fly to Me, maybe.
Easily could. Anyway, look, let's get off the Dave Grohl Wankfest over here.
Oh man, yeah, I would. I'd allow that. I've always
You had
said
that before.
I've always said,
You
like,
have.
people, like, well, you know, if you're in touch enough with your own sexuality, some people are, some people ain't. I've always said myself, I'm happily married. I love my wife, but if I had to go gay, it'd be for Grohl, and only Grohl.
Okay.
Maybe
again,
Bowie.
I regret using the term
Be
Wankfest.
weird
but-
now though.
Okay, moving on to Bowie. Let's go singer next then. Because I know before even talking about this with you,
No.
you're going Bowie.
No, he ain't even getting into the top 10.
Oh, is he getting your feature at least?
No, he ain't even getting into the top 10.
Shit.
It depends. What do you want?
This is the dream band.
From
You're
a
at a
front
concert.
man. Yeah, I know. I
You're
understand.
looking up and you're like,
I
oh, look at
understand.
these
I
stars.
understand. What do you want from your front man? What do you want him to be? Do you want him to be-
Electrifying.
Do you want him to be the greatest vocalist the world's ever seen, or do you want him to be a showman, like Elton John-esque, like levels of? What do you want? Where do you want your dude
I
to
want
be?
both. I want both.
Right.
These are the
hit
stars.
me up, man. Hit me up.
These
What
are
you
the
got?
all
What you got?
stars.
What you got?
Freddie Mercury's pretty. He can do both amazingly.
Would Stevie Wonder be any better if he could see?
If he could do any other dance move apart from the on a rocking boat,
He's pretty good at playing piano already.
yeah.
Would it
but
be any better if he could see? Or for me, and this is the road I'm going down, do you want them to be the absolute essence
the pinnacle
The
of
essence.
frontman singer?
of that band?
He's also got to make your track sound good. You've got to be able to have it on CD or download or whatever.
All right. We put down the rules of who you had to have in place or in what positions. I'm not
You get
necessarily.
free reign.
I ain't necessarily talking about Harry might sing. I ain't necessarily talking about the
Harry
lyrics.
might sing.
Harry might sing. Harry might dance, etc. Write lyrics. All I'm talking about is the essence. When you look at that geezer in a photograph, you want to be that man.
And you see those 3 other superstars behind him. You're like, oh,
You want to be that
I
guy.
need to buy tickets to the
Growing
next
up.
one.
Maybe it's shifting now. Like maybe kids don't grow up and necessarily want to be rock stars.
But you want to be.
There ain't a lot of genuine rock stars nowadays, is it? It's manufactured YouTube stuff. Genuine rock stars, working class guys that can go from doing whatever they were doing, wallop,
Just because they're brilliant
all the way
at what
to
they
the top.
do.
Phil fucking Collins, geezer, that sold like, I don't know, man, 10 million records in America in the 80s. It was one of the highest selling people around the world. He had a fucking stuttering, balding hairline from the age of about 18 all the way back.
Yeah.
5'4". He's nothing to look at. Look at him. Minted.
You've opened up other doors, to be fair. But go back, right? You're at this concert and you barged through to be front row and you look up and who do you want to see there? Go top 3 and narrow it down or something. It's hard because, as you said, Phil Collins, I was like, oh, Sting would be pretty fucking sick. Then you got people like Steve Tyler, Aerosmith.
Oh, I'm going to base mine on a little bit of sorting. I'm going to apply a filter above the Excel data field. So
Okay. Lost me.
Above the shizzle, I'm going to say most incredibly captivating frontman, Jagger. All day long. It's not, I'm talking captivating.
Yeah.
Women want to fuck him. Men want to be him. Men want to fuck him too. I'm talking Jagger. I know Bauer's very good at that as well, but Jagger is just disgusting. You look at him. How did a guy who looked like he looked, with not a real lot of talent, he didn't write a lot. He sung quite often out of tune, and they borrowed a lot of songs from other people. But he is one of the most successful front men of all time of a band.
You're really stating your case here.
Because of his charisma. He was sensational. I love that geezer.
Imagine fucking Shirley Bassey. That kind of fire that she brings to a stage.
What? Fucking Shirley Bassey.
No, or like Tina Turner.
Maybe
James Brown.
Yeah, man.
Oh, him in the front of your band would just be incredible.
No, I'm sticking for them reasons, mate. That's for me. Jagger is the greatest frontman. The ones you just mentioned, like Aretha Franklin, people like that. If we had the option, which we ain't, we can't sub in and out. I'd sub out a guitarist and bring in a backing vocalist, maybe.
What about Method Man, frontman? Just coming in. You've got someone like Eric Clapton in the background. I'm not revealing my guitarist, by the way, but you've got like legends in the background.
You only know 2 guitarists.
He's one. But we've got Dave Grohl on drums.
On everything.
Yeah, with a guitar around his shoulders and a microphone strapped around his head, like he's in a call centre.
2 tambourines to soap to his knees.
He's not even singing. He's doing the other guitar for him with his mouth. He is the one-man band. But then you got Jay-Z up the front, like, it's your boy. And Grohl going mental in the background, supporting him. I'll tell you one we haven't thought of. Elvis.
Was a singer?
As your front man.
Just front man.
He's just shaking and moving. He's got the voice for it. He's singing like Love Me Tender. They could do some like Evanescence kind of shit.
Who's writing your songs? Are we
Grohl.
It's normally a front man.
Grohl.
Normally a front man.
Grohl. Oh, because it's a band, right? I'd usually want to go with some kind of rap stars if I'm making my all-time hip-hop group or something, right? But because it's a band, you naturally go that kind of music.
Yeah. Appreciate more.
You've got 2 guitarists and a drummer, so you can't really do too much hip-hop.
Yeah.
Going into that genre, can you imagine Elvis up there, and then you've got... that'd be mental, Grohl coming in.
As a front man,
everything.
He barely wrote any of them. So he had the team of songwriters behind him. He wrote his first couple of songs that got him into the studio, that got him signed. But he had a team of writers behind him.
Yeah, he was like the first Hannah Montana, really, wasn't he?
I'd go a little bit more authentic if I had the choice. I know I'm saying Jagger, and just for me, just the ultimate frontman. No talent, but just completely sells records around the world for years. But if you're talking talent that puts you there as a frontman, I would go from a songwriting point of view. I'm a massive, massive Richard Ashcroft fan. Lead singer of the Verve. People out there. His song crafting ability is brilliant. Paul Weller, not just because I love like mods, but Paul Weller's songwriting ability is second to none, man. He can craft a song.
Someone new age, Ed Sheeran. He can write you a banger in seconds.
He can. Man.
You've got Dave Grohl there. Didn't he write half of Nirvana's?
No, man. That was strictly Kurt.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Maybe there might have been a couple of like.
Surely he did
there was
the
a
Chili
bass as well,
Peppers.
like Chris Novoloshik. Yeah,
Is that a long name, isn't it?
Novoloshik.
But surely he did the Chili Peppers.
Like that's Anthony Kiedis, and you had Flea, Anthony Kiedis, but the guitarist used to write for them quite often. They interchanged. Whichever one wasn't hooked on heroin at the time was in the band. The other one weren't. They interchanged, but they were the main like writers of their music. So it's not always the front man. That's what I'm saying, man. Ain't always the front man that writes music in a lot of bands.
So who's your... Well, no, we've got to name your band and then name your writer, I guess. But front man for me then, are you pretty set on yours? You're going Jagger?
I think I am. My gut tells me Jagger. I'd want Jagger fronting my band, man. And I'm not talking about what he's going to record. I just think as a front man, that's my guy.
I'm torn between Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
And...
If I was talking about a front man with vocal clarity all day long, we're going Mercury.
And presence. The way he commanded the stage as well.
Yeah, I'm going for a moody...
Or Elvis.
Moody, late 80s rock and roll band.
I keep wanting to throw in Lauryn Hill. No, I've got it. MJ. Michael Jackson. I'm going Michael Jackson. He's got bars, right? He can write incredible songs. He can sing beautifully, especially when he was 5. His musical, his stage presence is just unreal.
Yeah, true.
MJ's fronting my band. No media allowed. It's for no other reasons.
No, we'll take him for what he is. All right, MJ's fronting your...
For musical...
I'm taking MJ as well. So mine's got the Jagger swagger.
Right, okay. Nice. Moving on then to guitarists. So how do you want to do this? Because pretty sure we can name quite a few guitarists.
Yeah, predominantly if you're a guitarist, you're going to get a little bit of attention if you're a lead guitarist over a rhythm guitarist, for example. Look at George Harrison in the Beatles. Look at Paul McCartney in the Beatles. Yeah. Paul McCartney switched between bass and lead, man. Harrison was only ever rhythm. No one give a shit.
I suppose this is where you decide what way your band's going to go, because depending on what kind of guitarist, depends on what kind of music they're going to make.
Well, you've got boys like classic styles, isn't it? What you trained in. You've got the boys like Mexican fella.
Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
One of the world's best.
Like skills. Man's got dexterity in them fingers, up and down them frets, which is like naughty sauce. Proper naughty sauce. He's quick. It's like flamenco. That's mad. That's a mad style of guitarist, man. Flamenco guitarist.
See, naturally, I want to go Eric Clapton, Carlos Santana. But then I go, what kind of music are they going to make? Dave Grohl and Eric Clapton could be beautiful.
Yeah, Grohl's come up with some nice riffs.
But Carlos Santana wouldn't fit that kind of vibe you're going with.
He's more of like a plinky plonky leady.
I'm putting it out there. I can't miss out Eric Clapton. So he's going in.
Slow Hands is decent, mate. He's got skills.
Beautiful.
He's rhythm and blues. He's old school rhythm and blues, but he can play a lead, mate.
He took it to an art.
He sinks in really nicely. Gets on a note and just holds. He holds it for a long time. He's nice.
That's just mastering your craft. That's just mastering your craft right there.
He's fairly dexterous in terms of ability. Can play rhythm and switch in between, which any good guitarist will in a band. He'll be able to switch between two in any one song.
Yeah.
Someone like that for me, more predominantly for his lead, maybe quite a predictable answer right now. Other people might be thinking this, but Slash from Guns N' Roses. For just pure lead picking. And the geezer's English, do you know that? Born in Stoke.
Yeah, I know that because he went on Top Gear and they talked about it.
Just pure lead ability.
What kind of music are you going to make? So you've got Slash and Dave Grohl with Jagger in front.
It's not about the music.
Well, yeah, you've got to enjoy the concert.
No, that's right. There's a story about Slash for the song "Sweet Child of Mine."
Right.
Yeah, like an absolutely ridiculous mental intro solo.
Yeah.
The story goes, Slash has been out all night, band have been out all night, getting trashed, proper trashed. At New York scene, clubs, getting mullered. Turned up at the recording studio the next day, came in, I was like, Jesus, Slash, where you been, mate? You got 20 minutes, you're due in the booth. All right, sweet, let me pick my guitar up, get in there. Smashed out of his nuts still, hung over, picks the guitar up, bang, get that in the can. All right, yeah, we'll just take that cut, Slash. Free to go. And the thing is, he's never been able to recreate it. He can get close to it from what he thinks is the most likely
How
notes
he
he
played
was
it,
playing,
yeah.
etc. But he has said he has never, ever, ever, ever been able to recreate that accurately.
So is he going in your band?
Not sure yet. There's a few others.
You're not committing yet?
No, there's a few others.
Okay, I'm putting Eric Clapton in there. Clapton? Good.
Clapton?
Yeah.
Clap him up? Clapton.
No, I'm definitely going. I think Dave Grohl and Eric Clapton would be epic together. MJ could front anyone, so I'm good on that sense.
I quite like the guy that played for Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, I wouldn't know his name.
Murillo. Oh, Eric Murillo or some shiz like that. I can't remember his name, but he's disgusting. He invented new sounds whilst playing the guitar. So he'd be playing live, and all of a sudden he'd pull a lead and tap it onto like one of the frets or the pickups, create a sound and crunchy noise. Very good.
Who was T-Rex's guitarist?
Oh, see, I could have fallen into a trap and said Mark Bolan, but I'm pretty sure he was a singer.
I think he was the lead.
It's like Bowie.
He was
man.
brilliant.
People associate Bowie with having great guitar. It weren't Bowie. He played some. He played 12-string guitar, etc. But his main guitarist is a guy called Mick Ronson. Not very famous at all. Not that many people know who he was, but pretty much responsible for 70% of Bowie's riffs.
I feel like I just want to turn around to Eric and be like, mate, who do you want? It's up to you, man. Oh, Fleetwood Mac, Peter Green.
Yeah, old school. A lot of old school dudes. Like Sloan. So you like a Sloan guitarist?
I kind of like that vibe. And then you've got Dave Grohl going with it that can jazz it up a bit.
Man, you can chuck some old school in there. You can throw the name Jimi Hendrix about. Now, Jimi Hendrix, without doubt, had a lot of wizardry skill up and down a fretboard. Would I necessarily put him down as one of the greatest guitar players of all time? Technically, no. He didn't really have that great of a technique, but what he did have was creativity. He had a sound guy that worked for him, and he blew up pretty much every amp he built him because he was playing his guitar to tune to different frequencies, and different frequencies at louder volumes can split cones, bust tweeters, and all sorts. And Hendrix kept blowing it up, and he kept challenging him to build a bigger and better amp, and he blew everything up. And this is before technology proper kicked off. Proper effects pedals and things like that.
Is he going into your band just for that? Just for sheer blowing the speakers? That would go mental.
Decent. He made a lot of noise. Technically wasn't the most gifted. He was just creative. Very creative.
I suppose that's the whole Ed Sheeran vibe as well. He's not brilliant at the guitar, but very creative.
That's twice you've mentioned his name, and I've not savaged.
I'm trying to bring it back to people that are under the age of 30. Man.
I am letting this go.
I only know about it because my parents drilled it into me about these bands.
I can't get that angry with someone who's made such a good living he can buy half a county at the age of fucking 24.
Dude can write songs. That's all I'm saying. He can write songs. They're all very samey. Don't get me wrong, but
they are very samey.
It works.
I don't know half a county. Fair play to him.
And I don't know, I keep wanting to bring it back to like hip hop kind of things. I don't know what vibe I want my band to have. Yeah.
Go on. Who's your hip hop guitarist? I'm not even sure I know a hip hop guitarist.
No, do you know what? You just go acoustic, wouldn't you? Because you think of any time a rapper's played over a guitar, it'd be acoustic.
I think you're off piece, mate.
But then you're wasting Eric in the background and Dave Grohl.
Give me a guitarist. You've got enough one to do after this. You sure you want two guitarists?
I can't change the rules. I'm going to have to create some live lounge kind of shit where they just take covers and make them their own because they're geniuses. Something's got to come out.
Alright, I'm going to mix out. Fuck it. I want my guitarist to be a badass motherfucker. Picks up a guitarist. I'm going with Slash. Slash is in, mate. You're in, boy. Get in here.
Committed.
With your cocaine-addled nose and your whiskey-smelling breath.
So you've got...
busting out solos in the morning and with prostitutes hanging off your dick. You're in, son.
So you got Grohl, Slash, and Mick Jagger. Fuck me. Imagine that.
Already looking pretty naughty. Looks better than your fucking tour bus, bruv.
That's Sid Vicious.
Your tour bus looks like we're playing dominoes every night.
What, Dave? No, I've got Dave Grohl as well. He knows how to live.
And Eric Clapton. And some geezer from fucking Fleetwood Mac.
MJ would get some freaky shit going.
Yeah. To be fair, he probably wouldn't be on the bus, would he?
Feeling that I might have to take MJ out.
I would. Questionable, isn't he? But a few of them are. Like Pete Townsend from the U.
No,
He was decent. He got...
I'm thinking, no, you're looking up at the concert. That's my scenario I'm going with. You pushed through to the front row of this concert. You're looking up. Who do you want to see? These 4 superstars up there.
Oh, man, you've got to give me another guitarist. You ain't given me one yet, have you?
Yeah, Clapton. Santana would be sick, but I don't know what music they could make. Fuck it, I'm going Santana. I'm going with the 2 best technically gifted guitarists that I know.
For anyone under 40, I will post a link
Everyone knows Santana.
to this episode.
Maria, Maria. That's the one.
Anyone under the age of 35, I'll post a link.
Oh, yeah.
That's decent. That was a banger, though. That was a decent one. About 2,000, was it?
He did quite a lot.
All right.
And the guitar solos in that are brilliant.
Yeah. That's what he's known for. Like delicate picking. He's a decent guitarist.
Yeah, man.
He is. There's a guy called Stevie Winwood.
Yeah. Winwood, I've heard.
No, he's I don't know if that's the name. I might have to look him up. Might just have to edit this out. We'll see what it comes to.
Nope. You've got to commit. You've made me commit to my band. What you got?
He's this American guy. And the kind of level of rhythm and blues lead crossover they play. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan, that's the motherfucker's name. Stevie motherfucking Ray Vaughan.
That sounds nothing like Winwood.
Right, check this geezer out. He's chocolate.
Who was he with?
Liquid chocolate. No, he's a guitarist. Solo guitarist. So, like, you get a front man of a band.
Yeah.
This guy's a guitarist, Steve Ray Vaughan. People come from miles around just to hear this geezer play. He's silk. Absolute chocolate on the strings, man. Everything he touches is just absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Okay.
Like, nice.
So
I'll tune you into him, man. I don't think I'll play you any. I'll tune him in. He's one of my guitarists. He's just nice.
So he's in there with Slash.
Yeah. Great mix. Slash going mental.
Neither of us went bass guitarist.
Name me a bass guitarist.
I can't, but I love a bass guitar. I can't believe we've just created a band with no bass guitarist. Both of us.
Like I say, it's not about the output.
Okay, yeah. It's about them being on the stage.
Well, whose tour bus do you want to be? Mine or yours, bruv? There's literally one answer here.
Well, right, let's just establish this then. So we're going, our
Unless you're
dream
getting
teams...
Al Pacino from Scarface on your bus in the next 5 minutes sharpish.
I've got something for you. So our dream teams, you've gone Grohl, Slash, this Winwood guy who's not Winwood, he's Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Sick things.
And Jagger, fronting.
Yeah.
I've gone Grohl, Clapton, Santana, MJ fronting.
The question is, what am I calling them?
Oh, God. I don't know.
The Dave Grohl Experience.
The Dave Grohl MJ Experience.
The 2/3 out of 5. Two parts of 5th Dave Grohl Experience.
Michael Grolson.
Might be like Swagger Jagger. MAGA motherfucker.
What? Sound like some Scooby-Doo Fred Flintstone one shit.
I started saying a shape in my mouth and it felt good.
Done. Boom. So for our loyal listener that posted that question and anyone else listening, there's our dream team. There's your feature. Joe, I set you a challenge. I'm moving straight into it. I've been waiting all week to do this because I'm hoping you forgot.
No,
Last week.
I know.
Random fact.
I know.
I gave you this weird-ass little jingle thing that you did. Set you the challenge. What have you got? Did you remember? That's the first thing.
I did.
Okay.
I didn't have time. And I think you did give me a 3-week time scale on it.
You get to throw some troll
nothing
jingles
for week
out.
1, unless you can do me a little freestyle.
Well, I can drop you a beat if you want. That's all I'll contribute.
Completely off the cuff then.
I was expecting you to bring like guitars and basically make your own band.
Help me out. I'll just drop in and you just...
Do you want something just simple, yeah?
Ready? Random fact of the week. Random fact of the week. Yeah, it's not right.
That's dog shit. We're never using that.
All right. Well, yeah, no, I haven't. So hopefully we'll do better than that next week.
Well, hopefully you did better in researching a couple of random facts because Your random fat game's been slipping, bruh.
Bruv, after you absolutely smashed the life out of me
Slipping,
last
bruh.
week, I think I gave like 1 last week.
I think over the last 2 weeks you've contributed like 2 tops.
Geez, you come with that deaf schizophrenic shit last week, and that absolutely smashed me out of the park.
Blows your mind, doesn't it?
Done me for about 3 days. I was just laying there awake at night going, I've never thought of that shit.
Okay, so what have we got? I'll tell you what, right? So I've looked them up already. I know you have. I say we have...
I've gone hard, mate, this week.
I've
dug deep.
Okay. Oh, no. That's a bit intimidating, but okay. No, we go one on one. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a random fact battle.
All right.
Yes, sir. A random fact battle. You spit one, I'll spit one.
Round
back and
one.
forth.
Fight.
How many you got?
How
How many you got? I'm getting competitive now. I can feel it. How many you got?
4 to 5-ish. Strong ones.
All right, go 4. I'll pick 4.
All right. How many you got?
Okay, go on. Let's go.
How many you got?
Not more.
What happens if we've got the same one?
Not many more than 4. If we've got the same one,
Hasn't
then we
happened
need
yet.
to reevaluate our life.
All right. I know
Well, reevaluate the show anyway.
We don't look at the same stuff.
Well, this is the difference in age.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
I'll let you go first. Go
Yeah,
on.
man, I'm going first.
Go on, what you got?
All right.
You got to redeem yourself for the last 2 weeks here. Give me a banger.
Geez, this is going to blow your trumpet.
Applying my...
You need to sit back. You came at me last week with a wickedness. I'm going to start off strong like a Mike Tyson body shot. I'm putting you on the ropes from round 1, mate. So, you've heard of the phrase "love is blind."
Well, yeah. Usually really like... You don't see...
Sometimes you can get a fog ugly geezer getting with an absolute lovely looking lady, or a fog ugly lady getting with an absolutely lovely looking geezer, and they could genuinely be attracted to each other. No one's a millionaire, no one's gold digging.
When you're walking down the street and you're like, how the fuck did that happen? There's
a genuine attraction. Now, a lot of people will believe, and this is not, I ain't saying this is like airtight, but a lot of people will have a type of person that they are attracted to, and that's probably because they believe they are attracted to that person. Sometimes people will fixate on how somebody looks, but it's not necessarily how they look. You're most attracted to someone because they have got the more opposite immune system to you.
What the fuck?
Right? So this is my fact, man. This is it. I'm getting to it.
So if you can't catch a cold and they can, you'll like them.
To a degree, yeah, and you'll see why, right? So I've known this fact for a while.
Okay.
I've told a few of my friends, etc. But there was a geezer, done an experiment, done a scientific study. This is fact, right? Look it up. Look it up, motherfucker.
The fact you're saying geezer doesn't fill me with
I can't remember the guy's name,
right,
mate. It's been a while since I looked it up. I'll try and reference names where I can.
There's this dude, yeah.
What he did is he got a gentleman, he sampled his DNA, and by sampling his DNA, what they did is they looked at immune capability across the board against a range of, I'm going to say, 30 common diseases.
Okay, right.
Looked how his body reacted. What they also then did is they selected 5 women, and they got them to wear a T-shirt after they'd done immediate exercise, so they were like sweating, they were secreting DNA, etc. They all wore a T-shirt for that 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
After that 20 minutes, these 5 different women took them T-shirts off, they put them into jars, they sealed them airtight. What they then did, delivered them to the geezer.
Okay. This geezer's sitting here waiting for 5 T-shirts in boxes.
Science geezer.
In Tupperware.
Science geezer this week.
Right, okay.
Sitting there waiting for these results. The results come, they're in jars.
Right.
5 T-shirts, 5 jars, airtight sealed. And what he does is he breaks open each one of them jars and they ask him to have a sniff. And what they're asking is, which smell do you find most arousing, most attractive, and most reactive?
Dude that didn't wear deodorant, the woman that didn't wear deodorant, surely she's getting ruled out.
It was all done under the same circumstances. And what he did is he picked out his favourite smell down to his least.
Okay.
And what they were able to measure accurately from one T-shirt to the next was the T-shirt that he liked the most, the smell of, the pheromones contained within, were exact opposites of his immune system capability. Therefore meaning that if they had children together as offspring, that child would have the most chance of surviving and immunising itself against a variation of disease.
What you're saying is that
nature,
as human beings, we have a sense of the strength of other people's immune system.
Yeah.
We're
So-
able to identify the strengths of other people's immune systems in order to procreate a stronger child. Yeah.
People think it's just visual, not necessarily so.
Okay.
It's pheromone driven. Wait, fact number one, bruv. Punch, pow.
Okay, well, you know how some people say you'd been better off on your mum's chin? Following on from your point.
Who's saying that?
That's an old insult in school. I used to love it, right? Guinness estimate that 93,000 litres of beer is wasted on facial hair in the UK alone per year.
How much?
93,000 litres on facial hair. So that would be like
Quite
your
a lot.
moustache and your beard.
It's quite a lot.
I'm guessing they include women with the older bearded ladies going on.
That's
93,000
shame.
litres wasted in facial hair.
just drinking your beer.
Well, not drinking your beer, missing your fucking mouth.
Well, actually, that's not the only thing that your body can drink on your behalf or consume, right? Do you know?
Is this your second one? Okay, go on.
Well, no, it's not. To be fair, I didn't have this one written down, but it's a fact I know. So I'm gonna jam it in on the end of the fact that beards are drinking beer.
It's the random fact battle, boy.
You can taste garlic through your feet.
Fuck off. What?
You can taste
off.
garlic through your feet. I promise you, all right?
So you had the soles of your feet are tongues? Is that what you're saying?
No, you've got no taste buds in your feet, bro. All right, let it be
What
cheese.
the fuck?
Cheese central. Ain't no one got time for the Watsits.
Oh, why
But
are you treading
you-
on garlic, man?
You can taste garlic through your feet. And the reason you can is because it's got such a strong aroma and it secretes a certain amount of oil. It will absorb into your feet via that strong smell. That's what you get. You know, certain smells that can go through like plastic and airtight. It just goes through.
Right.
And it goes into
Go
your
through your
bloodstream.
foot.
It's so strong, it goes into your bloodstream, travels up and creates the taste of garlic in your mouth.
Oh, that's fucked.
Eat garlic through your feet.
That's mental.
Oh, that was just a reflex. That was like a table tennis backhand. That wasn't even written down.
All right, look. If you're playing that as number 2, I'm throwing out another one. And you'll like this one. I see this straight away and thought, oh, you like this. You know how you like to do random little, go on, let's have a freestyle. If we're sitting there just jamming and you start trying to spit bars and stuff.
Yep, love
Well,
it.
apparently, that's been going on since the 5th century.
This when? 5th.
The 5th century. It was called
What's that,
flighting.
400 something?
It was called flighting, right? And it was the exchange of witty, insulting verses. So it's literally a rap battle, and it's recorded from like the 5th to the 16th century, I think it was.
Wow. What are they saying? As a rap sound from
Thou
before.
can't mess with thee.
I will slate you with thee. Everything has to end in thee, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know how they talk back then.
Watch out for that dragon, motherfucker.
Wherefore out thou mother.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't really see how it caught on.
But flighting, apparently. So that's what rap battles officially were back day.
Do you want a quick one?
I hope you mean fact.
www takes longer for you to say than World Wide Web.
www.
Just a quick one.
Oh shit.
There's a little injection of factory there.
Well, that's an abbreviation gone wrong, isn't it?
No need to debate.
I'm going to throw out one again. Been thinking of you a lot this week. I'm starting to notice it now. Now I've written down all the stuff that I've looked up, right? Space has a distinct smell.
Is it?
It smells like a kind of ambiance of diesel fumes, gunpowder, and barbecue.
Oh, the burning stars.
Yeah,
Sulphur.
burning stars and just but things burning up in atmospheres and burning stars and that. That's the only smell that's out there. But yeah, distinct smell. It's like going to a bonfire and barbecue. What you got? Bring it, son.
You ever wanted to be an actor?
Not particularly, but I mean, interesting.
Couple of quid, easy life. Not as easy as it sounds, apparently. Back in the day, actors in the Poltergeist, there was a scene where they act in a bath.
Right, I don't think I've seen it. Go
There's
on.
loads of dead babies in it, right? They filmed the scene.
Oh,
It went
lovely. Okay.
It went until after they filmed the scene. They told the actress there was actually real baby corpses
Shut up. Ah.
in that bath. 'Cause
Oh,
apparently
damn.
it was cheaper than buying the models of what a dead baby looked like.
That's.
Well, that's off key, right? So that's
I'd want to know.
that's a little bit scary.
I wouldn't even do it, but I'd want to know.
Even more scary, in The Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
they did a snowstorm scene,
Okay.
right? So snow, fake snow.
Oh, yeah,
being
yeah.
flung all over the cast. They want to try and make it look as realistic as possible as they can on screen.
Okay.
So do you know what they did?
Oh, fake snow.
Yeah. Shredded asbestos.
Oh, shut up.
Shredded asbestos.
In your face.
Sprinkled all over the
Oh,
Cowardly
my
Lion.
shit.
The Tin Man, Dorothy and Toto breathing down on shredded asbestos.
That's mental. Have any of them died of asbestos poisoning or?
I don't know. Be interesting to find out.
I can't remember who the main.
I think Garland
Chick was.
got pissed up and died early doors, didn't you?
Still throwing asbestos in your face for a living.
Bad times, mate. Looks good to be an actor. Maybe not so good.
Okay. Right, I feel like I've got to bring it home. This one, again, I've been thinking of you, right? And I know your favourite, when you say band, but your favourite rap artists, Outcast.
Oh, yeah, man. They're a building block to my life.
Remember, they released a song called Hey Ya, and the fact is that Polaroid released a statement after they released it, saying that shaking or waving can actually damage the image.
They did. They had to.
They shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Outcasts were talking shit.
That was that song for me, and I'll always remember it now. You came up to me and said, at your wedding, after the first dance between you and your wife,
Yeah.
you're going to play Hey Ya, and you told a couple of us, and you just wanted us to get people on the dance floor. So you have that nice moment, the first dance, and then, boom, everyone just gets involved straight away. And it worked to a T. It was
decent,
incredible,
man.
mate.
It did. Yeah, so first one, obviously the first one where me and the missus have to stand there, photos are taken. I've got a lovely canvas in the front room of it. And we had our dance to You Look Wonderful Tonight.
Eric Clapton.
Slow hands, right? And when you're out there, it's a lonely place.
Yeah.
Right? Goes on for a little while.
You got everyone just
Thing is,
staring at
though,
you.
right? We asked them to play that song. He played the extended version. Right? So this fucking song went on for about 4 minutes longer than what we thought it was going to be. So me and her, we're twirling around. Everyone's taking lovely, lovely photos. After about 30 seconds, me and her are taking the piss.
Yeah, you was.
So we're twirling each other around going, you all right, cunt? You all right? Yeah, you all right, cunt?
Oh, you know you've married a fucking
We're actually
brilliant one.
taking the absolute Michael. I don't know why I'm saying Michael. I just said the word cunt twice. But we're actually taking the piss as we're dancing around, slow dancing to this 4 extra minutes in our first ever song, Eric Clapton, Slow Hands. He was fucking slow on this occasion.
Now you
It was
think
lovely.
back.
And then boff, straight into Outcast.
Now you think back, you can see that because I think everyone reacted as well. Everyone's watching you, and then you two started kind of laughing into each other,
We're saying to each other,
and then
I don't
everyone
know what to
started
do.
laughing.
Don't know what to do.
That was brilliant. That was a brilliant wedding. Well played, boy.
Yeah, mugging each other off.
Yeah, I should be giving you a
Continued
lot
ever
of shit.
since. Started off on the right foot.
The most thing I remember about that, I know I shouldn't be reminiscing or whatever, but we were sitting out the front of where you had the after party.
Oh, the Beatles moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sitting on a ledge, and your groomsman, it was me, I can't remember, I think your wife was there for a bit, all smoking a cigar, singing Hey Jude. That was epic.
That was good.
That was
Good
epic.
time, bro. Good times.
Anyway,
So what did we learn then?
well, we learnt that when two people really love each other, you can create a beautiful day. It was great.
No, dickhead, about the week.
Oh, sorry. What we learnt this week? Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't say the usual tagline. It confused me.
Not about my marriage, mate. I know about that.
What have we learnt this week? All right, so we've learnt... Well, at the start, we learnt that I can't fucking spell.
Of
We're calling me out on my shit.
Jesus Christ. Yep. Saw that.
Don't worry, I'm putting this one through the spell checker.
Peach.
We learnt that there's some weird-ass noises going on Mars, but we also learnt that we can basically leave our DNA all over Mars.
Yeah, store it like it's a fridge, man. I've got fingers and toes crossed that there's aliens coming. It's happening, bro.
I was thinking more a facial on the solar eclipse. Just leave our shit up there.
Full moon.
We learnt that people just can't fucking help but punch Trump in the face no matter where they see him. Posters, waxworks, fucking even their screen. Do you know how many computers have been broken this year because Trump's a prick? Everyone's going to have tiny dicks because of the plastic cheese. You can have cheesy plastic
I really
small
like
little
that
penises.
cheese.
Yeah. Barbecue burgers are now fucked forever.
Oh, it tastes good.
Barbecue burger or a tiny penis. You're going barbecue burger, right?
Maybe.
We learnt that you don't need a dream team band. Just get Dave Grohl with cymbals between his knees, harmonica in his mouth, guitar in his hand, fucking drum on his back.
1 to 4, mate. Nails every spot.
Dave Grohl Experience. Job done.
Only geezer I'd let fuck me.
But we've also... we've definitely learnt that this week. Well, I was going to say learning about Guinness dribbling down your chin, but now you've made that comment.
Garlic through your feet, mate. Easier.
But on a lighter note, we've learnt that love is blind, or some dirty little scientist pervert likes bang one out over smelling women's sweat.
Oh, scratch and sniff.
When you come to the end of the line with a buddy who is more than a brother and a little less than a wife, getting blind drunk together is really